Welcome to Love in Life, a guide to a positive mindset. My aim is to show you that the key to a happier and more positive mind is to love the life you have. We will look at tips and tools you can use to improve your mindset, and the best thing is, we'll all be on this journey together. Welcome back to Love in Life. And if you're watching on YouTube, welcome to Love in Life, a guide to a positive mindset podcast. The video version, where this week we are in the midst of some really super powerful energy. This isn't something I'd normally talk about because it's not my normal area of expertise. But the reason why I've chosen to is because yesterday I had such a powerful experience with this and what I'm going to talk about today. So it just makes sense to talk about it. So we are in a really powerful time at this moment in time. So we've got the full moon, which also happens to be a supermoon. And we also have a partial lunar eclipse as well, which happened last night. And you might think, well, what's the point in talking about it now? But this energy will happen, will continue for at least 3 to 4 days, if not longer. So obviously, I don't need to explain what a full moon is. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to teach anyone how to suck eggs. But obviously, we're in a full moon. A supermoon just means that the moon's orbit is closest to the Earth, the closest that it will be to the Earth. And so it appears larger. And interesting fact, apparently it's 27,000 kilometers closer to the Earth than normal. So it does, that's probably nothing in space, but it does appear so much bigger, so much closer. And I don't know about you, but I can really feel the difference in energy. Like for me, it feels really powerful when there is a supermoon. And like I say, we've also got a partial lunar eclipse, which happened last night, which just means that the Earth has got in the way of the moon. So that is what is creating the eclipse. It's like a shadow on the moon from the Earth. Now, like I say, I am not an astronomer. This is not my area of expertise. So I've done a lot of research on this just to explain why the energy is so powerful and what to expect, like what kind of feelings you can expect. Some of these feelings you might have already had. Like I say, I had a really powerful, strong experience yesterday, which I'll go into a little bit more later. But eclipse energy shows you what needs to be brought to your attention. It shows you what you need to let go of in order to move to your next destination. It shows you where you're not necessarily on the right path. And I guess the thing is, like, it's up to us to see this. All these things can happen. That shows you. This really powerful energy shows you, but we might not necessarily see it. So you have to sometimes really open your eyes and pay attention to what is going on around you, how you're feeling. Otherwise, you might just put it down to something else. You might actually listen to all the things that come up for you and believe them. So if we listen and pay attention, eclipse energy can show us what doors need to be closed in order for new ones to be opened. And this can be deep, but it can also be transformational. And it can present us with opportunities for growth. So the things that might come up for you, they might make you feel uncomfortable, but just remember they're being brought up to show you where you need to grow. And I will just go into a little bit about what happened for me yesterday. So I am always trying to add to the things that I offer my clients. And something that I'm thinking of doing at the moment, and will probably do, is to become a breathwork facilitator. I've had some really powerful sessions. Breathwork, a really powerful breathwork session can allow you to let go of things you're storing in your body, emotions that are trapped. It allows you to do this without necessarily going into why and where it's come from. So I had a call yesterday to sign up for it. And like I'd pretty much already made up my mind before this call. So for me, it was a case of finding out the price of it. And when I got off the call, like I felt really positive. But when I got off the call, I had all these things come up for me all afternoon. Like, oh, another thing you're signing up for. Have I got the money? Have I got other things that I need to spend that money on? Is anyone going to want to do a session with me? Like all these things kept coming up, all these question marks kept coming up, even though I'd already made the decision that I really wanted to do it. Like I've been waiting for this intake to come up for about a month. So I'd already made up my mind, but then all this shit was coming up for me. And I got in my head so much. And I spent at least 2 hours crying yesterday, like really feeling that lack of self-worth. Am I worth spending the money on? And it was just throwing up all this stuff for me, which was pretty upsetting. And like I said, I just started spiraling then. But yeah, all this stuff, all these lies that I was telling myself, all these deep worries, these deep fears that are clearly still running the show for me. They're still underlying. Am I good enough? Am I worth it? Do people value me enough? But the question is, do I value myself enough? So that's what was brought up for me yesterday. And, upon reflection, I really believe that this is what I'm meant to be shown. I'm meant to be shown that I still have these self-doubt thoughts, this lack of self-worth, like the lack of trust in myself that if I spend this money, it's going to be used wisely and I'm going to get my money back and people are going to invest in me. And because I'm investing in them, do you know what I mean? I'm investing in myself, but I'm also investing in other people's development as well. So I still clearly have all of this to work on. And I truly believe that this is what was meant to come up for me, to show me what I need to really work on and really heal in order for me to move to the next level, which is, a new level of package that I can offer my clients, a new net level of client that I bring in, a new level of working for my clients, because I have got visions of working with certain types of people and working with certain numbers of people. So these are the things that I have to work on in order for me to do that. Like I'm not going to be able to do that and get to where I envisage unless I work on these things and really truly did anyone see that thumbs up? Unless I truly crack them, because they're still going to be there if I don't. So the question I need to ask myself is, am I ready to let go of these things? Am I ready to let go of not valuing myself? Am I ready to let go of not believing in myself and thinking that other people don't believe in me? And I've had a conversation with people today about projection, and what you think other people think about you is actually a reflection of what you truly think in yourself, about yourself. Like the things that upset you, the things that trigger you, they wouldn't do that unless there was something in yourself that truly believed it. Yeah. So this eclipse energy is asking you to look at What is still there, lurking in the background, that needs to be cleared? And where do you need to show yourself more love? This eclipse moon is going to show us where we doubt ourselves. It's going to show us where we lack self-worth. And it's going to show us where this is keeping us stuck. It's going to show us what patterns are being repeated. Like, this is a pattern for me, how I feel. Whenever I sign up to something, I fear that I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm not going to be good enough. So it's up to us to take a look at those things and realize that these are outdated beliefs. These beliefs do not serve us anymore, and they need to be shifted. Now, it's our responsibility to make sure that they're shifted. They're not just going to go just by realizing that they need to be shifted. We need to do the inner work ourselves. And this can be done in so many different ways, like journaling, meditation, letting go rituals. There are so many different ways. And something that really stuck with me that I heard from Kirsty Gallagher. If you don't follow Kirsty Gallagher, go and follow her. She is an amazing astrologer. She sends out cosmic reports every week. So as you know what the energy is going to feel like, go and follow her. But one thing that she said that really stuck with me is that the only way you can open new doors is by closing old doors. And I love that. Like, in order to open that new door, you have to physically close the old door. Now, this is obviously a metaphor. So obviously closing the old door means shifting those old beliefs and creating new ones. The beliefs that are not working for you anymore. They're keeping you stuck. So I've written down some tips on how to navigate and use this eclipse energy. And it's kind of based on what the last 24 hours have been like for me. Okay, so you need to allow yourself to get annoyed, allow yourself to get emotional, allow yourself to get angry. Because if I wouldn't have let myself get upset yesterday, I went into a bit of a spiral, don't get me wrong. But I think I needed that spiral to show me just how strong those beliefs still are deep down, subconsciously, even though I don't always realize it. So you need to really feel those emotions and allow it to all come up. Allow it, whatever you need to bring up, allow it to come up. And just know that they're showing you where you are stuck. And then if you haven't already had this and you feel it and you let it happen, journal on it. How did you feel? And what does this mean? If you could feel any other way, what would that be? And then when you've done your journaling or sat with your thoughts, however you like to do it, some people don't like to journal, fine. At least sit with your thoughts and ask yourself those questions in your head. And once you've done that, ask yourself, what are you ready to let go of? So for me, I'm ready to let go of believing that I can't do it. I'm ready to let go of feeling like I'm not good enough. I'm ready to let go of feeling like I'm not worth spending the money on. So what are you ready to let go of? Write it down. And I actually mean write it down. Write it down and burn it. Burn it under the moonlight if you can. But even if you can't do it under the moonlight, just have the intention that when you burn it, you're allowing it to go. But if you don't have any of these strong emotions that come through, like I had yesterday, then another thing you can do is allow yourself to notice what is coming to an end in your life. So whether that's a friendship, a relationship, a job, a business, something that maybe you feel is holding you back. a debt or something to do with money? What is coming to an end in your life that doesn't serve you anymore? And quite often, especially when it comes to friendships, relationships, like we really try and hold on to these things and make them last as long as they possibly can, make them work. But sometimes you just have to realize that it isn't serving you anymore. It's had its purpose and it's time to let it go. So, those are my tips for navigating your way through this powerful, energetic time that we're in. I'd love to know what comes up for you. So please do let me know. Please do get in touch. Pop in the comments, send me a message, whatever you can do. I'd love to know. So on Saturday, I have got my self-confidence session where we will be just having a little boost of self-confidence. And this is going to be through reflection, journaling, meditation, and some Reiki. And this is all going to be around the solar plexus area. If you haven't booked on, please do book on. It's this Saturday at 3 p.m. UK time. If you can't make it, then please do let me know. Quite a few people have said to me, unfortunately, they'd love to do it, but they can't make this Saturday. So if that's the case for you, please do let me know, because I'd love to run some more of these sessions. I think they're just going to be great for a little boost of whatever it is you need. Self-love, self-worth, self-confidence. Obviously, this week's happens to be on self-confidence. So if you want to join, please do. Again, I will put the link for that in the notes. I'm still running my September offer for Reiki sessions. So they are discounted for September, just for you to have a little reset, a little refresh, which in itself will boost confidence. It will boost self-esteem. It will boost positivity. If you've never tried Reiki, it's amazing. And it can be done virtually or in person. But yeah, I think that's it. If you've enjoyed this episode or any other episode, then please do hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the share button, whatever you can do to help me out would be amazing. It literally takes like 5 seconds. If you're able to leave me a review, even better. But your support is truly appreciated. And I thank you so, so much for anybody who's taken the time to do this. Right, that's enough from me this week. I will speak to you next week. I don't know what I'll be talking about because I'm going with the flow nowadays and I'm loving it. Anyway, I'll see you then. Bye.